he told his followers he was about to show them his airplane. No punchline in the caption, no wink, no character tag, just a sentence that reads exactly like something you'd get from someone you're dating on an ordinary Tuesday morning. This is Rabbit News Hallyu, and that one line is doing more work than it looks like it's doing. On July 17, Zhang Linghe posted to his account, "Today I'll show you my airplane." Within minutes it was circulating under 2 hashtags tied to his name and to a drama most casual followers hadn't clocked yet, "This second too much." For a stretch of hours, that caption sat there unresolved, and a decent share of his audience took it completely at face value. That reaction wasn't naive. It was trained. For 4 years running, Zhang Linghe has narrated his own life in close to real time, boarding gates, layovers, injuries, jet lag, with a level of unscripted detail that fan communities describe using a specific shorthand, boyfriend-style reporting. In May, he live-streamed from New York in the middle of the night, 12 hours out of sync with his home audience, just to talk through his day after a Gucci show. That single broadcast pulled more than 7 million views and over 2 million interactions. In April, after injuring his leg on set, he didn't route the update through a PR account. He sent fans 7 separate voice messages walking through what happened and how recovery was going. So when a caption shows up sounding like classic Zhang Linghe transparency, the default assumption is that it's real, because for 4 years, it almost always has been. Except this time it wasn't. He followed the airplane post with a one-word correction: fake. The footage had been shot on a DV camcorder, in character, for Murong Qingyi, the role he plays in the upcoming Republic-era romance This Second Too Much, where the character is a pilot. What read as a personal life update was, on inspection, promotional material time to a premiere. But the biggest clue isn't the plane photo at all. It's that the caption was constructed to be indistinguishable from real disclosure. This wasn't a trailer clip with a character name stamped across it, and it wasn't tagged as promotional content. It was written in first person, on his personal account, in the same short, slightly mundane rhythm that has defined his actual off-duty updates for years. Look at what surrounded it. The same day, 2 separate Weibo posts went out framing the drama's July 19 release, and the production team dropped an official release date trailer confirming that date across Tencent Video and iQIYI at once. That sequencing doesn't read as accidental. It reads as a team that has studied exactly which format earns trust from this specific audience, and started writing inside that format on purpose. That's a different kind of marketing than a standard trailer drop. A trailer announces itself as an ad the moment it starts, and audiences apply a filter accordingly. A caption that mimics years of documented personal transparency doesn't get filtered the same way, at least not right away. Whether the blending was Zhang Linghe's own creative call or a coordinated decision from his team isn't something the source material confirms, and assigning a motive here would go past what the evidence supports. What can be said is that staying inside that authentic-sounding register, even while voicing a fictional pilot, is a deliberate performance choice, one that sustains engagement without requiring him to disclose anything actually private. Entertainment accounts picked it up fast. Outlets like Bally Media Entertainment reposted the exchange within hours, framing it explicitly as a reporter-style promotional move rather than an off-the-cuff post. That framing matters, because it shows the ambiguity wasn't just absorbed by casual fans scrolling past a caption. It was recognized and repackaged by industry-adjacent accounts as a case study in how personal-style posting can double as press coverage, which is precisely the kind of amplification a coordinated release week rollout is built to generate. Fans, for what it's worth, didn't treat the reveal as a letdown. If anything, the opposite happened. Once the studio released behind-the-scenes footage from Murong Qingyi's costume fitting, fans started circulating stills of him standing beside the prop plane, joking that it was just him and his airplane taking a cute selfie. The correction became part of the joke instead of a source of friction. That kind of reaction only makes sense if the underlying trust reserve is large enough to absorb a scripted moment without the audience feeling steered, which loops directly back to the same 4-year pattern of granular, unscripted honesty that made the caption believable in the first place. The character herself adds another layer worth noting. Early behind-the-scenes stills of Murong Qingyi in her pilot's uniform had already drawn attention before this post, with fans nicknaming her Captain Murong Qingyi days ahead of the premiere. So the airplane gag wasn't disconnected from the marketing arc, it was the connective tissue between a character detail fans were already curious about and an actor whose real-life travel updates have made airports and flights a recurring visual motif in his own content. The overlap between his real habits and her fictional occupation is what made the bit land as clever rather than confusing. That's really the reframe worth sitting with. The ambiguity in that one sentence wasn't a slip, and it wasn't filler. It worked because for years of literal, sometimes uncomfortably specific personal disclosure, the injury voice memos, the jet-lagged live stream, the daily street-style snapshots, trained an audience to read his posts at face value by default. That same reflex is what turned a single promotional caption into an extended discussion cycle landing directly on top of a premiere date. The emotional currency built through years of real transparency proved capable of being spent, briefly, on something scripted, and the audience barely blinked. Zoom out and this stops looking like an isolated moment for one actor. Across the wider CN landscape, there's a discernible pull away from studios relying purely on official trailer drops and toward borrowing the specific personal content formats their talent has already built with fans, voice notes, late-night live streams, offhand captions, because those formats carry pre-existing credibility a studio account can't manufacture from scratch. Industry observers tracking pre-release marketing this year might read this case as one clear example of that shift rather than a one-off stunt. There's also a fan-side pattern underneath all of this that's easy to miss. Followers have repeatedly described his reporting habit not as an obligation he owes them, but as evidence he treats them like trusted family, a dynamic they sum up as everything gets a response, every question gets addressed. That expectation, built over for consecutive years of travel vlogs, is exactly the asset a promotional caption is borrowing when it adopts his voice. It only works as marketing because the fan relationship underneath it was never built as marketing in the first place. None of this makes the caption manipulative in any meaningful sense. Given that Murong Qingyi is explicitly written as a pilot, the airplane joke lines up with the character rather than working against the audience's sense of who he actually is. It sits comfortably inside a coordinated same-day rollout, 2 Weibo posts, an official trailer, a confirmed July 19th release across 2 major platforms, that any studio would be expected to run ahead of a premiere. The more accurate read isn't deception. It's a marketing team getting unusually precise about which parts of an actor's public voice are worth reusing, and an audience that, after 4 years, still can't quite tell the difference between his life and his work until he tells them himself. If you're into entertainment stories that go past the headline, the kind that catch the quiet detail most coverage skips right over, Rabbit News Hallyu is built for exactly that. Subscribe if you want analysis, not just news.